right? Here's basically how modulus works. I'll show you it via a function first, and then I'll give it a definition. So let's say I gave you a function looking like this. Let's say I gave you a function looking like that, f of x. And I would like you to find the modulus. What the modulus does is the modulus doesn't allow for any negative values. So you see below here, all these values are less than 0. So the modulus, you don't want this. So modulus, you will see the symbol, the two lines around it. What the modulus does, it takes the part below the x-axis and it reflects it above it, right? So what you're seeing there is the modulus of function, okay? So based on your knowledge, right? If I gave you a negative value, how do you turn that value positive? What you can do? You can square it, that's an option. What else you can do? Right, multiply by -1, right? That's the next option as well. So in order for you to reflect the negative part and make it positive, what you could do is you could take the function and you could the part below the x-axis and multiply by negative. So from this, we could develop the definition of a modulus, right? So the modulus of x, remember, x could be two things. X could be more than 0 and x could be less than 0, right? When it's less than 0, we said that we could put a minus in front of the values, or multiply -1. What you will do if it's more than 0? What you'll do if it's a function? Yeah, just leave it, right? You can just leave it. So this here is the definition of the modulus. If I give you a function, right? When the function more than 0, you leave it as it is. When it's less than 0, you multiply by negative sign. When solving, I like to use a definition. Some people like to square both sides and work it out, right? That could also work, but I will show you by the definition first. Make a note that graphically the transformation for modulus is to reflect, right? Reflect the part below the x-axis in the x-axis, right? So reflect the negative part in the x-axis. That's okay? Remember, once you see those two lines in front, it means that you only want the positive part of the function. All right? How do we solve now? How do we solve function with modulus in it? All right, so let's start with an example, right? I'll show you both methods, but as I said, I'll be focusing mainly on the method 1, right? Right, example 1. Let's say you have the modulus of 2x plus 1 is equal to 4. How do you do it using the definition? Well, the definition says that when it's more than 0, we leave in 2x plus 1 as it is. But when it's less than 0, we take in 2x plus 1 and you put in a minus sign in front. Right? So if you use the definition, you have to do it twice. Do it with a plus sign, work it out. Do it with a minus sign, work it out. Notice I put the minus sign outside everything, huh? Okay? Don't just put minus 2x plus 1. It's minus open bracket 2x plus 1. When you solve this, you'll get 2x is 0, x is 0. Here you will get 2x plus 1 is minus 1, 2x is minus 2, x is minus 1. This method is using definition. Oh, shucks, where I get 1 from? Okay, well, I'm going to change it to 1. I changed it, right? I put it to 1. Suppose you add 2x plus 1, right? Next method, most people like this method. It works for most of them, but there's one or two it does not work for. That's why I do like to use it, right? This one is where you square both sides, right? So you square here and you square here. Remember, the objective of modulus is to make everything positive. Square both sides and you will end up with 4x squared plus 4x plus 1 is 1. Right? They'll cancel and we'll get 4x squared plus 4x is 0. Factor out 4x, you'll get x plus 1. So I will get x as 0, x as minus 1. Let's try this next one here. Right, so the first one is using its definition. I'm doing it with the plus, so that's plus 5x plus 1 is 3, and then you do it for the minus. So this is 5x plus 1 is 3, right? And I will get 5x is 2, x is 2/5. Minus 5x minus 1 is 3, minus 5x is 2, x is minus 2/5. Again, if you square both sides, you should get the same answer. All right? Number 3 now, if you're using the rule, all you have to do is this. Work out 3x minus 1 is x plus 1, where both of them positive. And then work out 3x minus 1 by x plus 1, where 1 is negative. Yeah? x2 for number. Thanks. So it's minus 1. Thanks. Sorry about that. In number 3 now, what you could do in number 3 is use the rule. But when you're using the rule and you drop the modulus, both positive, and then one positive, one negative. It don't matter which one. You'll get the same answer. So when you work it out, you'll get 3x minus 1 is x plus 1. So you'll get 2x is 2, x is 1. Next, 1 is positive, 1 is negative. So you'll get 3x minus 1 is minus x minus 1. 3x plus x is minus 1 plus x. So x is 0. Right, before I make it a little confusing, let's try this one here. All right, this is 2013, number 2C. So let's see, first one, plus x plus 2 is equal to 3x plus 5. X plus 2 is equal to 3x plus 5. 3x minus x is 2 minus 5. 2x is minus 3. X is minus 3 and 2. Opposite side, minus x plus 2 is equal to 3x plus 5. So you'll get minus x minus 2, 3x plus 5. So minus 4x is 7. X is minus 7 and 4. All right, let's go a little bit harder. Remember, what's the rule? To remove the modulus sign, you take off the modulus and you use it with a plus. Then you take it off again and do it with a minus, regardless of where it is. Okay? Try this next one here. This is part of 2005. I'm not giving you the whole thing as yet. Try that there. X squared minus 2 by mod x minus 3 is 0. All right, let's work it out. Right, x squared minus 2x minus 3. Right, this is when it's more than 0. And when it's less than 0, it will be x squared minus 2 minus x minus 3. So we actually solving this here. X minus 3, x plus 1. So we'll get x is 3 and x is minus 1. Here we have x squared plus 2x minus 3 is 0. So we have x plus 3, x minus 1. X is minus 3 and 1. Right? So those are your 4 solutions. Right, I have a quick question, right? We're doing modulus for equations, right? Suppose it was an inequality. What you would do with an inequality? Same thing, right? If instead this were more than 0, you'd do the same thing, right? But you solve it as a inequality. You solve this inequality and then you solve this inequality. Next one is 2001, number 1. Modulus of 2x minus 1 minus 3 is equal to x. Right, so with the positive, right, when it's more than 0, it's 2x minus 1 minus 3. when it's less than 0, minus 2x minus 1. Okay, and then you work it out. X is 4. Next one, minus 2x plus 1. So minus 3x is equal to what? This should be positive here. Thanks. Next one, take your time with this. This one here came in 2003. All right, suppose I gave you the modulus of try that there. All right, so let y equal to the modulus of 2x minus 3. So you will end up with y squared minus 6, y plus 5 is 0. And next thing it could have done was square out the first modulus and then apply the rule to the second one. That's the next option. All right. So when you work this out, you'll get y minus 5, y minus 1 is 0. Y minus 5 means that y is 5, y minus 1 means y is 1. So this is 2x minus 3 is 5, and this one here is 2x minus 3 is 1. So you're doing it twice. Should get 4 answers. So this will be 2x minus 3 is 5, 2x is 8, x is 4. It could also be 2x minus 3 is minus 5. That'll be 2x is minus 2, x is minus 1. Okay? Then you do this one here now. 2x minus 3 is 1, 2x is 4, x is 2. Here, you'll end up with 2x minus 3 is minus 1, 2x is 2, x is 1. So your answers are 4 minus 1, 2, and 1. So our next method is this. The next method is expanding this out to give you a 4x squared minus 12x plus 9. Right? And then using the modulus rules here with a plus and with a minus. And then work it out. So you only end up with one modulus. Instead of two modulus, you end up with a modulus here alone. Anyone can work. This is 2012. I just given you one as an inequality, right? 3x minus 7 is less than or equal to 5. Solve that, right? All right, let's check this one out. So when it's more than 0, you'll get 3x minus 7 is less than or equal to 5. 3x minus 7 is less than 5. X is less than 4. And then when it's less than 0, it's minus 3x minus 7 is less than 5. When you divide by a negative, 3x minus 7 is more than or equal to minus 5. X is less than or equal to 2/3. What do they? I switch back the sign again. Right? So x is less than 4 and x is more than, so you can combine it, right? X is more than 2/3, but x is less than 4. So you can combine a solution like that. So that's it for modulus.